guys, I'm Precious and you're welcome to another awesome episode of Precious Kitchen. In this episode, I'll be showing you guys how I make my soya. Soya is a kind of skewered meat that is eaten in Cameroon. It's also eaten in Nigeria. It's called suya there, so the difference is just suya. And it's eaten in a whole lot of other countries all around the world, just called different names. So I'll be showing you how I make them. So you will need meat. This is beef, and the part I'm using is called top sirloin steak because it's really tender and juicy, so it's ideal for soya. So just look for a part of the beef that is really soft, not so tough. Okay, you need 4 cloves of garlic. Okay, by the way, the beef is about a pound, which is about half a kilogram. 4 cloves of garlic, about half an inch of ginger, 1 seasoning cube, a little bit of cayenne pepper, 1 onion for garnishing. That will be much later when we are done with cooking. Some olive oil. You could use any vegetable oil you like. White pepper, salt. I have my tray here prepared. I've lined it with aluminium foil so it's easier to clean when I'm done grilling in the oven. And I have my skewers here. Today I'm using this rugged iron skewers, but you could use wooden skewers. Just make sure you dip them in water for about 30 minutes so that they don't burn easily when you're grilling the meat. So let's get started with the cooking. So guys, the first thing I'm doing is grating my ginger. It's about half an inch of ginger. And when I'm done, I'm just going to grate the garlic and add in. So guys, my ginger and garlic is all grated here. So the next thing I'll put in here is some white pepper because I'm a huge fan of white pepper. So when I'm sure that I have enough of white pepper to go around that meat, I'm going to put in some salt. And then 1 seasoning cube, what we call Maggi, which is the brand name. A teeny weeny bit of cayenne pepper for some heat. If you can't take the heat, you could skip this, but to me it just makes it extra special. And right now 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That's about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'll just give this a good mix. I'll keep this aside and then we cut the meat. Okay, so you want to cut the meat as thin as you can. So I just took off that little piece there. So this is it. So now that the meat is all cut, the marinade is ready. It's time to put them together. Marriage of the meat and marinade, right? Put everything together. I'll just make sure I mix everything. Just to make sure that that marinade coats every little corner of that meat, because now that I'm sure that it's well coated, I'll cover this up and I'll leave it to rest for 30 minutes. You can put this in the fridge. So then when it is marinated for a little bit, we are going to put it on our skewers and we'll grill in the oven. Okay guys, my meat has marinated, so it's time for me to fit it into the skewers. So I'm just going to show you guys how I do this. So the first thing, you notice that the meat is really broad, which I like because it gives you enough flesh to work with. So that's just how I do it. Take it all the way to the bottom. going to chop up this later. So each will take about maybe 5 or 6 of these slices. Basically just depends on how your slices are, how big or how little your slices are. And when it cooks, it's going to shrink, so you want to keep that in mind. So one more, and that will be it. So there. Yeah, that's it. I'll repeat the process with the rest. My meat is all marinated and it's ready to go in the oven. The oven has been preheated to 400 degrees. So this is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook on both sides. I'll show you what it looks like when it is done. Ready! So halfway through the cooking, I turned it to the other side so it could cook properly. And besides, if you don't want to use your oven, you could use a grill, a charcoal grill, gas grill, or you could use a griddle right on your stove top. So I'm just going to try this because you guys, I have to try and let you know what it tastes like. So I'm dipping this into my pepper sauce. I'm serving this with some pepper sauce, and I have some sliced onion on the side. I'll take this away so you can see. I love having this with some fresh onions on the side, but for now let me try this with the pepper sauce. That garlic and ginger, the white pepper, the cayenne, everything is just so flavorful. The meat is soft and nice. You should really make this. You see, it's so easy to make, whether you have bamboo skewers or the iron skewers like I have. Get into your kitchen and make some nice soya for your family. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please take a moment and give me a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe so you get all my videos as soon as they are published. Thank you and bye bye. God bless.